Japan's buskers basically break down into three categories: magicians, musicians, and others such as balloon animals, statues, and fake monk beggars. Japan does not have physical kind of buskers like gymnasts or dancers or other physical acts that you might see in other countries. At least I haven't seen those yet. But what I'm about to show you is only where I live, so who knows what's out there. When the kiddies roll up, play the classics, Anpanman and Doraemon. Every Japanese child can draw Anpanman. I think it's mandatory learning. But this violinist is not all kids songs. Here they are again playing to an adult crowd. Now here's some talent and creativity. Playing multiple things at the same time. Play music from a speaker? That's easy. Play an entire ensemble by yourself? That's hard. This looks hard, but for drummers, this is not that hard. My guess is he has a drumming background by the looks of his pedals, and because drummers can learn to play polyrhythms and odd time signatures, using limbs independently. This guy has the puppet pianist dialed in. Cuteness factor is at 11 to get that money from Cute Addicted Japan. Did you also know poop is cute in Japan? He is even wearing a cat ears hat to separate people from their money even further. This busker also does a statue sometimes, dressing in all silver and painting his skin silver. That's a lot of work. I asked him how much money he makes per hour standing as a statue, and he said about 3,000 yen per hour. He said it's hard work holding position, so this cat piano is much easier. I missed this cowboy's honky tonk. Maybe next time.
Hitch kicked, and then you kind of did that, and then a barrel turn, and then ha!
Back to statues holding hard positions. This guy is doing famous historical poses like David and the Thinker. He was doing a reverse plank at one point, laying horizontally suspended in the air, holding his body up with just one butt cheek touching the platform. This was a workout. I have never paid anyone money my entire life for street performance, but I surprised myself when I mistakenly put a 5,000 yen bill in his box. We both looked at each other in surprise, like, really? Then I pulled it back and dropped in the intended 1,000 yen note. That's what I meant. He was pretty stoked. This is the Magician's Corner. It's always taken over by magicians doing tacky, cheap tricks, but with loud music. This musician back here is waiting for his set, and he's equally as bad as the one performing now. They look like they just performed tricks from a mail-order magician's book, and they literally beg for applause, repeatedly begging the crowd to react somehow. So more crowds will gather, they hope.
Chocolate chocolate! He good. You must be crazy.
They are beggars and dime store magicians. But Japanese are easily amused. In other countries, these guys would have no crowd. But it works in Japan. Why? Well, it ain't because the magic. It's because most of the crowd gathering is attracted here from the magicians playing loud music on speakers. That's the real show feature here. Gather round, everyone, and watch me bend a fork. Yes, check this fork yourself. It's a fork. It's real. Now, listen to this music that proves something is happening here. Bendy fork is good for 3 to 5 minutes of crowd suspense to show a fork can bend. Okay, got it. But this ain't no Burt Wonderstone.
Would you like to help me with a trick?
Sure.
Come on. Dorothy. His mother's name is Dorothy. I'm gonna take Dorothy, slide her into the center of the deck, and put her back in my pocket. Now punch me in the face. That's swelling up pretty quick. I better let the pressure off. Feels like there's something in there. I wonder what this could be. Oh, it's the card!
When you strip down these magicians by taking away their needed music, here's what it really looks like. Hey, where did the crowd go? Magic gags alone are not enough to get people to stop. It's a painful day out here without the music. This is the amazing umbrella spinner talking guy. I see him every weekend, and there is usually no one watching him. He's always just standing there alone, so this must be his go-to closer. 3 minutes of spinning an umbrella. Ooh, ah. It's his only chance to gather a crowd before completely underwhelming everyone. That's it? All you did was straighten out the umbrella, and the easily entertained Japanese go wild. Is this a joke? And then he cries and begs for money at the end. The drama. Some buskers are mostly bluster. Con men hustling for a buck. But he's out here getting money, and I am not. Speaking of con men, he is just tuning his instrument. I saw the writing on his paper and it looked like gibberish, not musical notes. He also holds a flute sometimes, but I've never heard him make music. I gotta give him a break though, because I think he's homeless. He's sitting in this area at 8 and sometimes 10 p.m. on weeknights, during the winter time when there's no crowds. Now this is hard to watch. Just card tricks and nothing else. If you're doing magic or card tricks, you need music. You almost always need to play music in Japan to attract a crowd. But this card guy has nothing. Just raw card tricks and nobody is stopping to watch at the most famous intersection in the world. This is going to be a long day. Ah, that's more like it. And he has music to accompany his playing, which is very good. This busker is polished. A 10 out of 10 on the Japan Busking scale. This is as good as it gets in Japan. Hats off to you for sounding great. And this is a 1 out of 10. I've seen this fake monk hustling money from people for years. He's at many stations rotating regularly. Real monks don't ask for money. And this guy's hat has been taped for years. Look at the yellow tape where his hand is, and the tape all over the bottom edge of his hat. To make himself look even less authentic, he has his suitcase right behind him. Like, hey, I just changed into my monk costume in the bathroom, and now I don't want to put this stuff in a locker. Now, put your money into my 100 miso soup bowl, and enjoy all this tape on my hat. Maybe he is homeless too. If you listen to him, He's telling people, danger and keep walking, while holding his bowl for money. Which is it? Do you want people to keep walking and not give you money? Or do you want people to stop and give you money? Kind of self-defeating, right? Well, it's nuanced. He's actually standing just outside the train station's property, and they probably complain to police if he gathers a crowd on their side of this property line. That's how anal, nitpicking, micromanaging Japan rolls. But he also needs to use their bright lights to bathe himself in attention. Any further out and he's standing in the dark. If he stands 1 meter forward on the private property though, police will come. His panhandling stress is real.
次の人は果たしてどんな悩みを持ってるんでしょうかね。はい、じゃあ見てみましょうね。はい、どうぞ。お、なんでしょうね。声かけ、110番、それから南北はWhat the fuck?
And the world will live as one? What the fudge? Nice playing, but how could you bungle the most iconic line of this song? Surely you've listened to this song to know it's live as one, not live as one. But hey, at least he can play. Also, this song is called Imagine, not imagine. Imagine all the people. Not sure how good she actually is? Japanese singers are not very good in my opinion. Falsettos sound whiny, flat, and without depth. It's cringe stuff. But if you package yourself cute enough, it's golden in Japan. Japan is appearance-based first. And so she's got the men salivating here. Dress her up in dirty homeless people's clothes, and let's see how many people stop for her singing. Probably nobody. Years ago, there was a busker with a crowd watching and waiting. He had a magician's box full of gags behind him, but no performance. All he was doing was adjusting his rope on the ground that marked his performance area. We laughed and watched him adjust the rope for 3 minutes. He was actually a comedian, kind of like this woman. The performance is really going to start soon, I promise. Here he is again at the same spot, but without the blue umbrella spinning closing bit. No crowds this time. Back to reality. You might want to put that rope away until some people stop and watch. No photos? Okay, I'll just finish filming you, then I'll be on my way.
I don't want to say he doesn't love Jesus or he does. Like, God knows everyone's heart, but I know there are many.
Nobody is stopping for your delusions. Not even at the most famous tourist intersection in the world. Hey, look, I see Jesus in the sky. He's right there. Japan doesn't do crazy. Not at this level.
The world record for staring was 24 hours. But I've been doing it for over 3 days now. And frankly, I'm bored. So I'm gonna spice things up with a little pepper spray. Bring it!
And then there's this bronze statue. He made me smile like a child. I absolutely love this guy because he blows bubbles. Okay, so I'm easily amused too sometimes. I watched him for a couple minutes as he played with the crowds and mesmerized with mannerisms and bubbles. He was really funny. This is a good day at the park.